Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me as always,
Eric Icarus.
Eric.
What's up, dude?
You can follow us on Instagram at REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast, and you can follow the Sweet Savage.
Gulag_J_Wilton.
Oh man, I feel like we haven't done this in a while, man. I'm sorry,
man. Yeah,
you know, I was missing you. I was missing you on the mic.
I was missing you, like the deserts missed the rain.
Interesting. Yeah. You can also check us out at REC Comics, where we're putting up new stuff every week. We got some really cool 25th anniversary G.I. Joes up. Go check those out. Hit me up at REC Comics. Yeah, man. We kind of took the Thanksgiving holiday weekend off.
Yeah, it was great.
It was nice. Nice little recharge after my gravies and cranberry sauces and whatnots.
Gravy came out good, by the way.
Thank you.
Remember we were talking about that on the last show. It was really awesome.
That's the thing I was most excited for. It could be better, and this is always the dry run for Christmas. So I've got a better idea for gravy for Christmas.
No, it was fun. Good little holiday. Good little Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah, nice.
It's cool, man.
I know you ate
a lot. I ate a lot.
You ate more than I ate because you ate 2 meals.
I did eat 2 meals, man. It was a lot, dude. Yeah. But I had to.
Yeah.
Could not do it, dude.
I know. I appreciate it. And then my grandma came out with that cheesecake.
Yes, and it was just bad. It was all over from there, man. I was going to be roughing it.
I had 3 slices of cheesecake that day. Like, not right after each other, but, like, closer than they should have been. And, I was feeling it. I was feeling it. But I got out relatively unscathed. I did go into a weird sugar coma. I went to bed at, like, 7:30 at night. And then I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was like, dang it. I'm messed up for like 2 days now. Yeah, it was rough.
Jesus, man.
But not from the food, from
that.
Just from cooking and entertaining. It was good. It was good.
Oh my God.
Been up to anything fun in your little holiday weekend?
No, not really, man. I just kind of took it easy, man.
Nice. Good.
Just kind of just chilling out, recharging for this.
Yeah.
We got a lot of cool things coming up. So, just be on the lookout, kids. Got things going.
Yeah.
Things moving, shaking.
Things coming down the pike. The shimmy. Had some interesting news break today.
Yes.
And I kind of wanted to start off with this. Is the artist formerly known as Elliot Page has come out as transgender.
Yes.
And would like to be referred to in the he, they pronouns.
Absolutely.
As Elliot Page.
Elliot Page. Yep. It's cool. I like it. It's got a good ring to it.
It really.
I like it. Sounds good.
You know what? And this is going to... Please don't take this the wrong way. I like it when people change their name when it goes into a kind of a gender swap and it's close.
Sure.
It always bothered me about Jenner, about Caitlyn Jenner, because like, I don't know, because Bruce is a very difficult name to, like, I guess it's kind of an old school name, so there wasn't anything like close. But then she didn't even like do her Caitlyn with a K, which then would be like her daughter's.
Sure, there would be a little symbolism.
Yes,
there, for
so
sure.
I don't know. I appreciate, and I know it's not for us, and I'm not trying to make it about that, but it's going to be easier to get. It's going to be easier to make that transition in name.
Well, I would say if you're a celebrity.
If you're a celebrity,
right?
Yeah.
If you get the names that are phonetically close,
sure.
But each their own. I think they pick names that are personal to them.
Which
that actually means
I know.
something.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
Oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah,
but
I get what you're saying.
It is
nice.
An
easier transition.
It's going to be really easy to commit to memory.
Absolutely.
Because I love Elliot.
Oh yeah, and shout out to my girl Laura Jane Grace from Against Me. She took the name Laura because that was the name her mother would have given her if she been born a woman initially.
Wow. Okay.
So I get there's like a lot of symbolism and a lot of weight to the names they pick.
Totally.
So,
Totally.
So
and I was just like that's big news. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of interesting because we're still learning so much about gender identity.
Yes, absolutely.
We haven't even scratched the surface yet. And it's interesting to see it be. It was kind of shock's not the right word when she came out as a lesbian, because you're like, okay, yeah, I can see it.
Sure.
But then to go a step further,
yes,
I don't know, man. It's crazy to me. Like I'm super excited for him. I hope that everything works out. There's going to be the haters. There's going to be all the naysayers. But
you're right. But this day and age, I think it's beautiful that we're in a place now where there's less haters. and there's more acceptance.
And I don't, and I'm going to fight you on that. I don't think there's less haters. I just think there's more people who aren't afraid to say, "Hey, I don't care. That's cool. Do you?"
Sure. Yeah.
I think that side has become more like
vocal.
Yeah, just like, hey, you know what? You do you, man.
Right.
Woman, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You do you. But I still think that there's still a lot of hate out there.
But I think they're the dying breed. They are the minority now.
They are.
And which, I mean, I never thought I'd see a day where that was a thing.
Yeah.
So, big ups to Elliot.
Yeah.
Elliot Page. I'm excited to see where this takes him.
Yeah.
I don't know what this means for his role on Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, Vanya on Umbrella Academy.
Right. I mean, I think it'd be kind of a cool way to write it into the show.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a transitioning element into the show.
Yeah.
Of Umbrella Academy.
Yeah. I mean, there's not, in the comic book, but I mean, I can't imagine Gerard Way wouldn't write this in somehow to make it easier.
Yeah.
I can totally see him being like, yeah,
absolutely.
I can write in
him
this
being
character.
A ally.
Yes.
To the Glad community.
Completely.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it would be a cool, like, oh, hey, this is a story idea, and maybe that story arc you're donating proceeds to
absolutely
to the LGBTQ community and stuff
definitely,
like that.
Yeah. I think we're just spitballing here, but I think it's great, and I think it's going to open up some new avenues for him.
Totally. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if he's going to go full reassignment surgery, because that's a personal thing, that I'm not going to speculate. But it'll be interesting because he's got a partner, a female partner. Right. So, which I assume I haven't heard anything about his partner, being a transgender or anything like that. So, it would be interesting because like if your partner's not into guys,
you're in trouble.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't sign on for this.
Yeah.
And they, unfortunately, from what I'm gleaming and having friends in the community, a lot of relationships don't last during the transition.
Yeah.
When they come to find out that you are who you are, and it's a lot. It's a hard pill to swallow, but hopefully they'll make it through.
Yeah.
That's all we can hope for. Yeah. And I'm just I'm excited. I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to taint the actor. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be brilliant as he ever was, and we'll see where it takes him.
Yeah.
I just want to know what kind of roles that he's going to start kind of taking now.
We're gonna really close the door on that Shadow Cat Kitty Pryde reunion, though. I think so. That's too bad.
Yeah, I thought he was a great kitty.
Yeah, totally.
It's my favorite.
If you said I could bring one of those characters and
hold over,
and it couldn't be Hugh Jackman, and I know it sounds weird to say no to Patrick Stewart, but I love Kitty Pryde.
Yes,
and I would love to see that character featured prominently in this new universe.
I think we all want
I think we're going to.
Everybody I talk to who is an avid X fan loves the Colossus Kitty dynamic. Mm-hmm, they love the relationship. Even though in the movie I believe it was Bobby, Drake, Iceman, and Kitty were the items.
Yeah,
correct?
Yeah.
And I think I think Marvel, especially Disney / Marvel, they do lend themselves to writing more stories about inclusivity. So I think this. Who knows? Maybe we will get Elliot Page in this universe. I can see why not.
That'd be interesting to do the MCU version as a transgender.
Right? Why not?
Okay, guys, I'm okay. Just capture the essence of the character. And I would love to see, the male perspective on that character by the person who played her female. I don't know. It's confusing.
This could go in a different direction, which I'm excited for. I hope it does. And I of course we're thinking too far down the line, but we can be hopeful. And I think that Marvel / Disney's got a lot of tricks up their sleeve. And hopefully they can cherry pick from Fox's cemetery.
We'll see.
Because for real quick, speaking of dead movies, I guess New Mutants I read is getting a new life on streaming. It was the #1 streamed video.
Interesting
on some of those streaming services. Which, why?
Because I think a lot of people wanted to watch it, but they didn't want to pay for it. I mean, that's what I think. I think a lot of people were like, "Hey, that trailer's cool," but like,
right.
You fool me once, shame on you, So
I'm not paying, and I guess everyone's like, "Yeah, it's not bad."
I've still heard nothing but bad things. So,
right. You just didn't even dignify it, did you?
I'll probably watch it at some time. You and Dave were talking about watching something garbage that none of us had ever seen. Maybe New Mutants can be that.
Or that movie with the Predator that knows karate.
Oh yeah, Jiu-Jitsu?
Jiu-Jitsu.
With Nicolas Cage? Yeah, check that trailer out, guys. It may as well be called Eric Dances on the Beach, because that's how close to Jiu-Jitsu like the connection to I'm sorry, guys.
It was funny because we were watching the trailer, you, Dave, and myself, and you were like, "Do y'all notice that, right?" And we're like, "What?" You're like, "There was no jujitsu in this whatsoever."
No. And he keeps like referring to them. Like it's like, dude, I don't know that you know what this word means. You're using it wrong. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we digress.
And not to be outdone, DC Comics. They actually announced they're doing this series of books called Future State.
Yes.
And it is, for all intents and purposes, it's going to be kind of a diversity injection into the DCU, kind of showcasing the Wonder Womans and Batmans and Supermans and so-and-sos of the DC universe in different ethnicities.
Okay.
So we're starting to see, we're going to see I believe, like a Brazilian Wonder Woman, a black Bruce Wayne, I believe. It's been a big tease.
It's going to be Bruce Wayans.
Oh, nice. All right, kids, that's our show. We got to end on that joke. Bruce Wayans, people. Oh my gosh.
Which Wayans would you pick? Damon for me.
Well,
Damon's the strongest Wayans.
Yeah, Damon. No,
Damon.
Keenan's the strongest.
No. Damon is funny and he can do dramatic. Damon for me. You're the best Wayans. # best Wayans. Damon.
Keenan's my favorite because he's the guy in the chair.
He's the architect.
He's Claw. He's petting his ivory kitten. Pulling the strings, man.
I think this is cool.
Yeah.
So is this going to be like an Elseworld story?
It feels like they're trying to do their multiverse where they're like, oh, hey.
It seems like pandering.
It is. Oh, it's complete pandering. And DC, just as much as Marvel, doesn't know how to actually pander. So at least this is a decent... So what Marvel did wrong was they replaced Captain America, Steve Rogers, with Falcon Captain America.
Sure.
They replaced Thor with Jane Foster. They replaced Tony Stark with Riri Williams.
Right.
So they actually replaced those characters. In this version, we're going to have our normal people exist.
Right.
And hey, maybe we can lure in some new people. So I appreciate the effort here.
Right.
But it's plain pandering.
Yeah.
And... To say so, we have the introduction of Jess Chambers, who's going to be introduced as the new Kid Quick. And I don't know if there's another Kid Quick, but it's going to be a speedster from another universe that may be Barry Allen, who is a person of color with blonde hair, but is gender non-binary or
non-binary.
Whatever the term, the correct term. I'm sorry, it's gender non-specific and non-binary. Anyway,
yes.
And I loved what the writer of the book had to say. They said, "Hey, if people have an issue with there being a non-binary Flash from another planet, there's plenty of other books to go through."
We have been saying that for years. If you don't like it, don't read it.
Yeah,
and you don't have to crap on it.
No, exactly. That thing can exist, and the thing that you exist.
Exactly. The things that you like are still going to be there. And if there's something that you don't find that you want to read, then don't read it.
Yeah.
But don't bring your negativity into this.
Exactly.
There's no need for it. It's comic books, people.
Yeah, and now I know you're gonna, when Eric and I are big, from the REC podcast, and somebody clips our hate on the New Warriors.
Yeah.
Because that grabbed me by my childhood and then rubbed my nose in something I didn't ask for.
This is the difference for me. That New Warriors was, to me, it was so nauseating how much pandering they were doing.
It still hasn't come out.
I believe it.
I don't think it's coming out ever.
Because I think we said it on the show, particular show, we found it offensive how much they were wanting this to be like, you need to like this or you're a hate monger.
Yeah.
And I think DC is kind of doing I like what you said. I think they're just doing a different take on this.
Yes.
And with a character that we're familiar with, but just in a different body.
Yeah, just hey, you know what? The wrapping on this is different.
Yeah. Which is great.
Which I think is perfect analogy. Doesn't change that the president's side can be just as good.
Exactly.
It's just, again,
it lends itself to being a different story because of who this character is now.
And representation matters.
Exactly.
It really does.
It does. Hands down.
And the thing is, we've seen it, man. I love seeing, I don't know how you say the term, like gender bent heroes and villains at Comic-Cons, and then I guess race bent. I don't know if that's the term, where ethnicity bent, where you do see somebody's like if Wonder Woman was in the Amazon jungles, and like you kind of see their version of the W, but it's like, oh, I know this thing
exactly,
and it's interesting. Like I love that.
How cool could that be, dude?
And we've seen it in just like you said, Elseworlds. We've seen that type of stuff in Elseworlds, and it just seems like DC's like, okay, Marvel did this, which they're usually pretty good at, like gimmicks.
I think they're the best at it.
They might be the best.
Yeah,
and they were like, okay, we need to. People hated this idea for the New Warriors so much that it caused them to. They've spent money. Like they already paid that dude.
Yeah.
That guy just doesn't get his royalties. That sucks, because that's where you hope to make your big.
That's where you get your nut when you're in the biz, right? Yes, the royalties, right? And again, I think this was just New Warriors was just it was schlocky nonsense, pandering to people who didn't need to be pandered to.
Yeah,
give us something original, which they are original characters.
Yes,
but there was no personality outside of what they were. And I didn't get who they were. I knew what they were.
Yeah.
Give me who. We need the who when it's comic books.
And I absolutely love, I think it's something, that low-key goes, it just doesn't get discussed enough, and how good they are at creating flashes. Using like the same, like few, like 8 root words, they're able to like make all of these, we've got Impulse and like Vector, Johnny Quick, Jesse Quick, Kid Quick,
Kid Flash, and then Thong.
Oh. Reverse Flash, which isn't as cool. Inertia.
Oh yeah, see, that's a cool name.
Yeah, like there's so many different versions of like speedster names that all work.
Yes,
and it's low, and it's just real low key. Like
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But again, like the twists they've done with Flash characters, they're all so different.
Yes,
even the Flashes are different. Wally West and Barry Allen. Very different, night and day. And it's just cool, and I'm excited. I'm kind of stoked for this.
Yeah, I'm interested.
It's going to be a different take on these characters, and maybe the social upheaval they have to go through being different.
And it's not Barry Allen. I know that they did give him her. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know that they gave them a different name. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm figuring it out. But it's. Yeah, I'm excited. Again, I love new heroes.
Yes, that's what we've been clamoring for. Yeah. And, it's Jesse Quick?
So it's going to be Jess Chambers.
And the name of the hero is just
Kid Quick.
Kid Quick.
Kid Quick, yeah.
I still like Strawberry Quick better.
Strawberry Quick.
It's my, can't be.
There we go, guys.
No, what do you think this is going to go for? So this might be an Elseworld pocket universe bleeding into the normal DC universe.
If you're DC, you really push this, and you have, let's say they do 7 Future State titles, you have those come out every month.
Okay, so it's going to be under the Future State banner.
That's my understanding. Okay, that's my understanding. A free thing came out this week that I need to check out that has like kind of like character bios. Yeah, on some of the stuff they're going to do. I really don't know much, and they've been pretty mum on like exactly what it is.
Sure.
We do know that it's a not a reboot, but hey, these are some other things.
It's a parallel
from the multiverse,
right?
I've heard the term omniverse keep coming up too, so it sounds like
non-omniverse.
Yeah, yes, man, you are on fire tonight, guys. Give it up, man. He'll be here all week. All right.
No, this is gonna be cool. I really do hope it brings in new readers.
Yeah,
from all over.
Yeah.
I always thought, I think I've already said this on a previous show, that, comic books are literature for the outcast. Mm-hmm. And in this day and age, I think it's, being more boisterous in these other communities, I think we need heroes that represent them. Sure. Like you said, representation is so important in these books that we love, I think Marvel kind of cornerstoned it as far as being really progressive. Mm-hmm. I think DC's mastering it.
I think, DC's been having... See, their thing is, though, that they... then everything gets painted with that brush.
Is that okay?
That's their problem. So, like, there's so many lesbian heroes and villains in DC.
Okay.
And it's very much used as a point of, like, sex sells.
Okay.
So, it's not as... it's not as progressive as they're trying to portray it.
Sure.
It's like they've like, oh, hey guys, we opened this door and look at all these lipstick lesbians that are
right,
in here,
right. But
know?
hey, you can't. We can also look at it as, lesbians like to have sex too.
Sure.
And maybe they do, and we just as straight males, we like to see drawn eye candy as well.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily pandering, but yeah, sex sells, and we get our.
We just don't get
our rogue with her.
We don't get a similar amount of gay men.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
you're right. No.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like,
okay. I get you.
Get half of those guys, or 2/3 women.
Hashtag bomb dudes. We haven't said that on the show in a while, but yeah, we need representation for
the bomb dudes.
For the bomb dudes out there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So,
oh my God, you're right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so now, okay, here's the brush of LGBTQ.
Yeah, all you get is lesbians.
Yes, but all you get is lesbians.
Yeah,
there are some men.
There are, but they're like you said, it's half of what.
But I'm having a hard time like thinking about
of them. Right. You know what? This is how bad I am. North Star.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah.
Shatterstar.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, interesting. Does it have to do with like
Midnighter? Apollo?
Does it have to do with like
starfish?
Yeah. Shadow starfish. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Sorry, guys, if you're listening with your kids. It's still code, though.
Yeah,
right? It's still code. Yeah. So, the DC ones, I'm having a hard time, like, remembering out.
For sure. Aside of Apollo and Midnighter.
Yeah.
Which they're
and I know there's more. No, not Vertigo.
Dynamite?
No, Wildstorm? I think Wildstorm.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever saw a gay couple in a comic book. Was Apollo and Midnighter.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, kids, it's a book called The Authority. Go check it out. It's amazing.
Dark version of the Justice League.
Yeah, very insane.
Yeah.
But still fighting for truth and justice.
Yeah. not quite the set. They're nicer than the Seven from the boys. Well, because they're still trying to do good.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
the Seven don't care.
Yeah, that's a good publicity. Point. They are
the Authority is still trying to do good.
Exactly. But I remember just reading that book and then seeing Apollo, who is the stand-in for Superman.
Yeah.
And Midnighter, who's the stand-in for Batman, being a couple.
Yeah.
And watching them beat up some bad guys and then slip each other the tongue. And I was like, oh, I like this. This is kind of interesting. A good take on, wow, what if Superman and Batman were a couple?
Yeah. If you see any Zack Snyder movie, a fight scene leads to loving. All right. If you're walking down an alley with your lady and you fight off some top knots, you're gonna have some loving.
I think Zack Snyder missed his mark with The Authority.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
he should have done The Authority.
He should still do The Authority.
I think he needs to step away from Justice League, or should have, and said, you know what, I'm doing The Authority.
Yeah.
I did Watchmen. Give me The Authority.
Yeah, we need more of those movies that are the the Vertigo small title.
Yes. I believe, yeah, totally.
Oh my God, and we haven't talked about this. HBO Max has approached Keanu Reeves about doing a Constantine sequel, and he says he's in. He needs to see a script. So no pen to paper.
So excited.
No pen to paper, but a sequel to Keanu Reeves' Constantine.
Right.
Sounds like it's very, very possible now.
Right. For those
how many years later?
Yeah.
From 2006? 2005?
Yeah, 2000. Yep.
So, yeah.
It's about 15 years.
15 years, yeah.
And for new listeners, we are huge fans of the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie.
Yes.
I know that's one of those divisive, polarizing movies within the community.
I don't think it is anymore.
Really?
I think everybody loves Keanu Reeves, and everybody likes that movie, but everybody's like, hey, it's not a good Constantine movie, it's a good Keanu Reeves Constantine movie.
Right. If you look at it that way, it's great.
It's so good.
But it's not our Constantine from...
No, it's its own Constantine.
Yeah.
And since DC's leaning into this multiverse thing, why can't he be a Constantine from another world? He's the Constantine where there is no Swamp Thing.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Maybe they were trying to fold that other one that crappy show they had out.
No, the show's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it. Yeah, the show's dope. I think they're doing a second season. Yeah, somebody's picked it up and they're trying to do another season of it.
That's killer, man.
I haven't seen it, but Andy watched it. He said it was good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he said it was good.
Shout out to
says
Andy.
that and Doom Patrol.
Oh yeah, Doom Patrol.
Yeah, friend of the show, Casey Duke, started watching Doom Patrol. He says,
really?
Roman, you got to watch it. And I said, never tell me what to do. But yeah, I need to check it out.
How do you talk to Casey like that? He's the muscle.
Yeah, he is. But dang it, just don't tell me what to do, okay?
But he listens.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah,
But, that's crazy. I mean, it's crazy how both Marvel and DC are doing this multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Both leaning really hard into it. Like, this is either going to be really good or really bad.
Well, comics, they definitely don't sell what they used to sell. And your comics...
Are we talking in comics?
The books themselves are not even... They're a shadow of their former self. And...
right.
Yeah.
Because I remember... I can't remember which artist said this, but they said, back in the 90s, if you sold 50,000 copies, it was a failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a marquee book, obviously.
Yeah. Nowadays,
you're lucky to get... That would be like a hit.
Yeah, when you do like 100,000 issues, it's like a big deal. You've done 100,000.
Yeah,
like they haven't done million issues since like the middle of the 90s.
Wow.
And we're talking, Image Guys, The Death of Superman. Yeah, so it's
that's a spec book. Go buy that. It's worth so much money. I couldn't even finish that sentence.
Yeah. You could find them when the toilet paper shortage was happening. I was like, guys, we have plenty of Death of Supermans. We aren't running out of toilet paper in this house, okay? Everybody's good. You got something to read, something to wipe with, okay? It's like one of the most overprinted books. It's
it's pretty good.
And you know what? Let's not pull... It's like the Death of Superman book is great.
It's pretty good, actually.
It's a really good series of books.
Yeah, it is.
It's just, they were scared by they had come in second... Or I'm sorry, they had come in third to Image Comics.
Right.
And they needed to do something. Like, Image was so powerful that they killed Superman.
Wow.
There you go. A little something for the casual listener.
You're right. Oh my God. That's okay then. Hey.
But hey.
Strange territories we're dipping into.
Multiverses. The multiverse. Well, speaking of yet another multiverse. Yeah. Okay? This is just multiversity today. All right? Hashtag save Daredevil. Eric's a fan, okay?
To say the least.
Vincent D'Onofrio was the first person I saw tweet this. He tweeted basically telling the fans to petition to get Daredevil saved so that the MCU can do what they need to do. Those rights have now reverted back to Marvel.
Yes.
So Daredevil is going to go ahead in some fashion.
Yes.
Vincent D'Onofrio, I mean, we can all agree, is the Kingpin.
He is Wilson Fisk.
And if the Kingpin of crime can't get this thing going, I don't know what can.
Right.
But we need to get Daredevil saved. So hashtag save Daredevil.
Yes.
Charlie Cox replied with a video, not of him saying anything, but just putting on his Daredevil mask.
It's pretty funny.
Hashtag save Daredevil.
Just sitting in his nice barking lounger, sipping tea.
What do you think?
I am... You know what I think. I think everybody wants this. Anybody who is a huge Daredevil fan to casual Daredevil fan wants Charlie Cox to play Daredevil in the MCU. They want D'Onofrio to play Wilson Fisk in the Spider-Man movies.
I can use another Bullseye. And another Iron Fist from this world.
I like the guy that played Bullseye. I think he was great. He was menacing. He was psycho.
I think I just need more of him,
for it. I think that's what it was.
Maybe that's what it is.
He did good with what he had.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I mean, you got to admit that triple three-way fight they had in the penthouse was, come on, man.
Yeah, but the charisma of Colin Farrell's Bullseye is still...
It's a little different. This guy was going for full-on psycho.
Yes.
And Colin was a charming psycho.
Yes.
And
or just a full sociopath, right?
Right, I'd say so too. Yeah.
And, man, the date night pizza stuff was so creepy.
Come on,
and I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a great turn. I forgot how much I liked him. You're right. I'll shut up.
Yeah, he was great. And we even get that little twist at the end. They mentioned the one of the scientists that worked in the Weapon X program at the end of Daredevil, who was doing the surgery on his back. And they said, you remember what they said?
No, I don't.
Oh, they said, we're fusing his spine with this experimental metal.
Yeah, that's right.
And of course they can't say
adamantium
yet, because those who don't know, Daredevil did break Bullseye's back in one of the comic books, and he had to get a new spine.
Yep,
an adamantium.
So if you're gonna kick him in his spine,
right? And if you've got a good insurance, better insurance, you could have got vibranium.
Oh yeah.
So check them premiums, kids.
Yeah, but then things get weird when you're fighting against somebody who has magic, and I don't know. I think you want adamantium.
You stick to adamantium.
Yeah, I think I would stick to that. I feel like it would just be a lot easier.
Sure,
you don't have to carry the oh, I have an experimental metal in my spine card and an experimental metal that has magics.
And you don't have to I feel like vibranium when it's out of Wakanda is it's like a blood diamond.
Yeah.
Like, you know how to mine that?
Yeah.
So you get the guilt of that on your head.
And I've never read all of, I haven't read all of the Black Panther books, but I wonder if they've ever done a story in which we find the planet where it comes from.
Sure.
Or is there a story where you could bankrupt Wakanda by bringing more vibranium on the planet?
Exactly. I want a story. I thought real quick. I think a story lends itself to why don't we do a blood diamond kind of story within Wakanda? They're having, these young kids mine it from under Wakanda, and they're dying, and where are the moral obligations to Black Panther in this?
Interesting. But see, that's the thing. The Wakandans would take care of it. They'd be
sure.
They would. That's the thing. They would find these guys out, snuff them out, adopt these kids.
The twist. They have something the whole world wants, and they're allowed, instead of sharing. I guess that's a big thing in the book is they want to keep it closed off. You're allowed. It lends itself to people exploiting children to get this.
Yeah.
So it's sort of wow, we're us not sharing this with the world is causing this corruption in the world. I think this could be a good story.
Ooh, what if its impact hit a natural ore, like iron ore vein, and some of its properties are weakened, but then transferred into this ore vein that's not on Wakandan land,
right?
And it's not quite vibranium, but it's
like cubic zirconia.
Yes, yes,
blood sewer cubic zirconia.
It's still better than steel. It's
absolutely.
Still better. It's still it's definitely not adamantium, but it's a new metal,
right?
That's being mined. See, that would be cool, because then the Wakandans would have to step in to some extent,
right? But they couldn't because it's in a different territory.
Yes, it's not their metal, so they have to step in to at least save these kids. But now
they're going on the sovereign soil, and it's.
Yes, yeah. There's a story.
There's a huge story there with new metal, they're mining Limp Bizkit and Corn.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
But hashtag save Daredevil. Back to it.
Yeah.
Charlie Cox, obviously we love him. Mm-hmm. He's perfect for it. I like the guy who played Foggy. Karen Page, I could take her, leave her. She was fine. I hate to say that, but she was fine. Yeah, I can lose her. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, she's not a holdover for me.
Right.
But it lends us to get the ability to get. I really want more Punisher.
Yeah. Which this does kind of open a door to okay, if this works out, bring in Bernthal.
Yeah.
Bring in Ritter.
Yeah.
Bring in Coulter. Finn, stay out.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry.
Dude, sorry, man.
So
this boat only has seat for 6 in year 7, so we'll catch you later, bro. But this
is gonna be cool because if we do get Charlie and D'Onofrio, dude, I mean, can you imagine that Wilson Fisk in the Spider-Man movies?
Yes,
dude.
And I want him to be brutal, despite I want Aunt May to get roughed up a little bit.
Because that Wilson would do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And starting that, because a lot, for those who don't read a lot of the comics, Matt Murdock and Peter Parker are friends. He's kind of like a bigger brother figure to him, right?
Yeah, the brother who put on the tie.
Yeah, there you go.
He's punching the card.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely close. And then obviously Wilson Fisk's first appearance is in Spider-Man, I believe Amazing Spider-Man 50.
Wow.
So, we have that.
Yeah.
You forget that Kingpin started out as a Spider-Man
villain.
Right.
That's true. And then I remember watching an interview with Frank Miller. He kind of was like, would you mind if I took Kingpin to Daredevil? Yeah, take him. We hate him.
He actually doesn't fit in the Spider-Man world.
As much
as the because they really do lean into all the goblins, all the symbiotes.
Yeah, that's true.
The people with powers. It's cool every now and again.
Yeah.
But it is so much better in the
Daredevil / Punisher universe. Yeah. And I think we could get some really cool stories told with this. And as far as what they're gonna do with Daredevil in the MCU, maybe we get the show again, or maybe we do a movie again. I think Daredevil just works better as a show. There's just too many moving parts to that character to do it in a movie. That's why a lot of people didn't like the 2003 Daredevil, because it was the hardcore fans.
Yeah, because they did everything in one movie.
Right.
They did everything.
Yeah, so, you're right.
And then they led you to believe they were going to do more. And they're like, well, hey guys, this Elektra movie is going to tie in, so. So don't worry, it's not a waste of time because we're going to build a universe. And then it just fell apart.
Yes.
And it was years before it, like, even, like, the rights reverted. It was just like, we're just not going to do this anymore.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Ben Affleck became a little toxic for a little while, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's... Hopefully they can save Daredevil. I think...
It is.
And I think Feige can pull it off.
I think Feige can easily pull this off.
I think he can pull it off. I don't think he would... especially since we're going to lean into the multiverse type of thing.
Yeah, but like you were saying, the Netflix series was far enough away.
Yeah.
But also had enough strings tied to the MCU to where, need be, they can pull it in. They can rope it into the MCU.
But I'm going to want them to redo the Elektra stuff.
Wow, you just did not like that hand stuff,
No,
did you?
I just didn't like how it was executed. I love all the ideas, but like trying to turn Elektra into this hand super weapon.
Well, wasn't she?
Yeah, but I didn't like the way they did it here. I just didn't like the way they did it here. And they really just resurrected her just to, like, be almost just, because all the hand ninjas are just, like, mindless dudes.
So, which I did not care for that either.
Yeah.
I wanted them to just be, like, the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
Like, they're just ninjas.
Yeah.
Highly trained ninjas that man has to fight, not zombies.
Yeah, that's so funny that you say that, because obviously that's where the Foot Clan come from, is from the hand.
Yep.
So, shred, baby. I just... And I didn't really even care for that actress as Elektra.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. The Elektra thing, my wife loves Elektra,
she does.
So I really pay attention to Elektra stuff.
Yeah.
And, it just did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Just did nothing for me.
I mean, what's cool is, like, what I want to kind of, rope this in, the story I want, maybe you do your Daredevil story you'd want.
Oh, yeah.
I want the Devil in Cell Block D.
Oh, okay.
That is the story I want. I want Matt to get accused of this, finally being brought to justice as Daredevil.
Yeah.
He's got to, he's a...
Are you talking about the Devil Inside and Out?
Yeah. It's also called the Devil in Cell Block D.
Gotcha.
And, I want him to have, since he's a proponent for justice, he'd have to face the music. And, he's like, I'm going to do my time. But then, maybe that's where we get our new Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Kind of spoiler.
Yeah, like I would totally love. Yeah,
that's the story I want.
Yeah, because that's how they could drop it in on us, like Danny Rand.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
And then we also can have Fisk.
We can also have Fisk.
Get Bernthal in there.
Yeah,
too.
I was gonna say if we can get, and I mean that right there was the perfect story for them to do on Netflix because you had all of these characters.
You had them. I thought that's what they were going to do.
You could have done the Devil Inside and Out so easily.
I thought that's what season 3 was going to be. Was Matt Murdock is found alive.
Yeah.
They find out he's Daredevil, and then they're like, "Hey, sorry about that building getting dropped on you. By the way, you're going to prison."
Yeah.
And then obviously Kingpin or Wilson Fisk is being indicted at the same time.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they do this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It would have made so much sense for them to do the Devil Inside and Out.
And then then you get burned or Punisher, getting arrested to get in there too.
Oh god, that's one of my favorite Daredevil
Punisher
so cool. moments.
Oh yes.
When he's got him and he's like
yeah he's like no blind.
Yeah.
My favorite moment is when they corner Matt.
Yeah.
And then he beats everyone up, and he's still kind of playing the "I'm not Daredevil."
Yeah.
He beats up these thugs, and the guards come in. He's just sitting there like shivering in the corner, like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
More Daredevil. That is the
save Daredevil.
Yes.
We're gonna hashtag the heck out of this freaking video.
Yeah.
Too.
Is there a story you'd want?
Oh, you stole mine. No, that would no. I would definitely want.
I think Shadowland could be cool.
Shadowland could be cool. That's still pretty new.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really just took the one I wanted. I love that.
Because they kind of did Born Again, but not really.
They did enough of it to where if they tried to do Born... Well, if they tried to do it, it would start to feel like that other story for a little while.
That's true.
But if, they were setting up...
There's some really great Daredevil stories out there. I would even do Guardian Devil, which they kind of...
Yeah.
It's like they took
Guardian...
They just
dance those lines.
Yeah, and it's like... Those stories are so impactful and amazing. It's like, I want a good representation of those, Go all the way with those stories. Like, don't want to give any spoilers, but a lot of prominent people die in Guardian Devil.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the person we wanted to die in the Netflix series.
Yeah.
So I think those maybe getting another rehash would be awesome, dude.
I want the Lady Bullseye storyline. Just again, since we're doing different things and you could set it up. I wish they would have set it up before they broke his back, because then you can have her really emerge like why he's healing.
Sure.
Because in the Lady Bullseye storyline, there's this girl, this like Asian girl who's a part of like a like human trafficking ring.
Right.
And Bullseye is hired by like a rival like Asian gang to like snuff out the competition, but she's a little girl and she sees it as Bullseye saved her.
Right.
So then she like models herself, like she grows up, she learns all this crazy stuff, so she becomes a Lady Bullseye.
Yes.
And because in her mind, Bullseye's her hero.
Yeah.
So she's like paying homage to him.
Yes.
I think. Oh man, and all the Purple Man or not the Purple Man stuff. All of the Bendis storyline with Alex Mack. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of cool stuff. I forgot about that one too. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that can be done.
See, hashtag save Daredevil.
Save Daredevil.
Come on, man. You don't know. You have no idea the amount of cool stories we could get out of this with Charlie Cox doing it and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes.
Come on, everybody. We got to band together as a community here.
Yeah.
Do it for your old Uncle Eric Icarus.
Oh, man. Yeah, Eric would love us forever.
I would.
All right, kids. That's our show. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment. Give us a like. Let us know what you think of the show. Yeah. If you can like, comment, subscribe on Apple iTunes or wherever you're listening, it'll help move our show up the charts.
And thanks for all those new downloads this week.
Yeah, we had a really big spike in downloads this week, and it was pretty awesome. So thank you guys. Shout out to everybody who's checking out the show. Yeah, please
keep this up. We want you on this journey with us.
Yeah, if you have any show ideas or things that you'd like to ask us, just put it in the comments below.
Yeah, or DM one of us.
Eric, my friend, do you have any final thoughts for us today?
You know what it is. Hashtag save Daredevil.
Hashtag save Ferris. All right, kids. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I have been your host, Roman Chavez.
I'm still Erik Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.